Friends, welcome to my channel MP Educate. I am Meeta Parekh. Let us discuss the most important diagram based question of chapter number 2 and 3 Science 2. Here, this in which phase the spindle fiber are formed. As we know that meiosis is completed by the two processes, that is chirokinosis, nuclear division, and cytokinosis, that is cytoplasmic division. Chirokinosis is completed through four steps, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and the telophase. Now, as we know that spindle fibers are formed in the metaphase. So, the spindle fibers are formed between the centromere of each chromosome and both the centroids. Now, in which phase the centromere split? Here the centromere split. So, in the anaphase, the centromere split. In anaphase, centromere split and thereby the sister chromatin of the each chromosome separate and they are pulled in the opposite direction with the help of the spindle fiber. In which phase nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear. So in prophase only the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus start to disappear. If the question will be in which phase nuclear membrane and nucleolus completely disappear. So we have to write down in metaphase the nuclear membranes and the nucleolus completely disappear. In which phase the chromosomes start to decondense. So we know as in telophase the chromosome start to decondense and they became again thread-like structure. Let us move to our next diagram based question. Here the questions is about the menstruation cycle. Let us discuss. Name the figure. This is the figure about the menstrual cycle. Now, name the hormone which control the female reproductive system and the menstrual cycle and the function of each hormone and what is ovulation. As we know that menstrual cycle is controlled by the four hormones, that is follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and the progesterone. Now, one of the several follicles in the ovary start to develop along with the oocyte present in it under the effect of the follicle stimulating hormone. This developing follicle secrete the estrogen and endometrium of the uterus start to develop or the regenerate under the effect of the estrogen. Now, what is ovulation? Meanwhile, the developing follicle complete its development and it bursts under the effect of the luteinizing hormone and the oocyte is released. Here the oocyte is released and this is called the ovulation. Now, the remaining tissue of the burst follicle, they form the corpus luteum. Here, the corpus luteum start to secrete the progesterone and under the effect of progesterone, the endometrium gland secrete their secretion under the effect of the progesterone and such endometrium is ready for the implantation of the embryo. Now, describe the menstruation. If this oocyte is not fertilized within the 24 hours, the corpus luteum become inactive and it transferred into the corpus albicum. Due to this, the secretion of the progesterone and the estrogen stop completely and the endometrium start to degenerate. Here the endometrium start to degenerate in absence of these two hormones, that is progesterone and estrogen. The tissue of the degenerating endometrium and the unfertilized ovum are discarded through vagina. This accompanies by the flow of the blood. So the bleeding continues for 4 to 5 days. That is called the menstruation. Now, in what is the period of regeneration of the endometrium? So here from the diagram only we can say the regeneration of the endometrium occur from day 5 to day 13. Now, on which day ovulation occur? So from diagram only we say ovulation occur at the day 14. Let us move to our next diagram based question. Here are the some technique which help the couple to get their child. So which are the technique and which are the some reason why many couple do not have the children. So here the many couple cannot have the children due to the various reason. In the case of women, irregularity in the menstrual cycle, difficulty in oocyte production, obstacle in oviduct, and difficulty in implantation of the uterus, and many other reasons. Now, in the man, due to the absence of the sperm in semen, slow movement of the sperm, anomalies in the sperm are the reason in the case of the man. So here, due to the modern technique like IVF, surrogacy and sperm bank, the childless couple can have a child. Now, describe each technique which is shown in the figure. So here first figure is about the IVF technique and second figure is about the surrogacy. In the IVF technique, the fertilization is brought about into the test tube and the embryo is implanted in the uterus of woman at appropriate time. The IVF technique is used for having a child in the case of those childless couple who have the problem like less sperm count and the obstacle in the oviduct. Now let us discuss about the surrogacy. Some women have the problem in implantation of embryo in uterus. Such women can take the help of the modern remedies technique called the surrogacy. In this technique, oocyte is collected from the ovary of the woman having the problem in implantation in the uterus. That oocyte is fertilized in the test tube with the help of the sperm collected from the husband and the embryo formed from such fertilization is implanted in the uterus of the some other woman having the normal uterus. Such woman in whose uterus the embryo is implanted is called the surrogate mother. Here, friends, have you noticed that the sub questions of the diagram based question are too simple to give answer. So, please do the diagram based question and answer 40 out of 40 marks. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.